A woman identifying herself as Corporal Miriam Agumba has made a passionate appeal to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the Chief of Army Staff, and the Chief of Defense Staff for intervention alleging sexual harassment, brutality, and threats to her life by senior army officers. In a video circulating on social media on Thursday, Corporal Agumba, who claims to have served the Nigerian army for 13 years, stated that she joined with her whole heart to serve the country, but has not had peace of mind since enlisting. She maintained that she has been victimized for refusing sexual advances from senior officers. Let's take a look.
I am not a criminal. I've never been found wanting since I joined the army. I've been doing the work with my whole heart because of the frustration of officer wanting to sleep with me, wanting to do one or two with me, and if anytime they bring all those things I refuse, they will target arrogance. Lieutenant Colonel Osareme, because I refused to sleep with him, he did not only give order for them to assault me and my child, my 3-year-old boy. He gave them order to lock me up. He did not only stop there. They still charge me for the assault. They still charge me that I escaped confinement and then drank me. Where is that thing being done? That you will assault a soldier, you will lock the soldier with a baby. After doing all those things, you still charge and demand that soldier. Locking me 7 days after everything, without food, nothing, denying me access. I didn't know the whereabouts of my child throughout that 7 days in the Gadru. As an Igbo young lady, if you are not sleeping around with an officer, you will be suffering malice in Nigerian army. This is how they kept suffering us, intimidating us, maltreating us in Nigerian army. I got frustrated, I left. And yet they did not stop there. Let them leave me go. Let them let me go. Let them leave me alone. They said no. They kept threatening me. Now, my benefit of 30 years, they want to stop it. They want to revoke my certificate. They want to stop any benefit that is due to me. After I served Nigeria for 13 good years with my youth, I'm pleading for Mr. President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria for help. Please, if you are seeing this video, help me post this video.
Ayo, this is not the first time allegations of sexual harassment have emerged from the Nigerian military. In January 2024, another female soldier, Ruth Ogunleye, made similar accusations against senior officers. She was subsequently arrested, investigated, and eventually discharged from service, with the army claiming that she had mental health issues. Corporal Ogumba's public appeal raises serious questions about accountability within the military and the mechanisms available for female soldiers to report abuse without facing retaliation. Ayo, we're seeing this incident again repeat itself. Corporal Agumba has made these serious allegations. We're calling on the military.
Thank you. I was going to actually also refer to ex-private Ruth Ogunleye because you brought it up on What's Trending, and we called for an investigation, which was done. An investigation, as you already mentioned, discharged her, found her senior officer not guilty. She even mentioned names in the same way that Corporal Agumba has mentioned names. When you see another incident like this come up in less than maybe in 2 years, we then see that maybe we need to take a closer look at the rules of engagement in the army, especially with regards to protecting female officers. We need to investigate these claims by Corporal Agumba because it's very similar to a claim that was made recently around not just a particular person, but the culture of sexual harassment. And that's not a tag that the Nigerian military wants to have. And so I believe that, yes, in trying to protect its name, protect the status of the military, we want to bury some stories. But I think it's even more important to protect women who, alongside the men, pay very huge sacrifices for the benefit of the nation. Women who can come out with their faces in full view, talk about allegations of sexual harassment, mention names, and truthfully, if we think about it, this is not far from the truth. It's not just in the military. In many organizations and in cultures around the nation, we see places where sexual harassment is not even properly defined. Some people will say, well, I'm just joking with you. What is wrong with you? Is it not just a joke? A lot of women experience this. And so it's not surprising to find out that in the military, it can occur. So what we're asking for now, and thanks for highlighting the story, is that can the military can the military address this and even call for an inquiry that if there's any other woman, so we don't want to be seeing it every other year, that has been sexually harassed or intimidated by a senior officer or a colleague should come forward and speak and let there be actions meted out, because it doesn't look good at all for the military. And let me just say this on the final note, talking about her entitlement. Yes. Going back to the first story and tying into this, it just shows that when we talk about the military, we keep talking about the respect for the office, the respect for the authority imposed on them by the state. We must continue to push for this, whether you're male or female, whether spoken to by a civilian or another military officer. We must respect these people. We must respect the office as the authority of the state.
Absolutely. I mean, these are serious, severe allegations made by Corporal Ogumba. We look forward to a response to those allegations that she's made from the military. In another development, Nigeria's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Yusuf Tuga, had a public exchange on X with TV host Piers Morgan after he demanded the full and unedited airing of his recent interview on Uncensored. In a post shared on X, Tuga said he appeared on the British broadcaster's flagship program to present what he described as a factual and contextual perspective on allegations of religious persecution in Nigeria. The minister stated that his explanations were supported by verifiable data, though they may not have conformed to certain preconceived views. He emphasized that for the sake of integrity and transparency, the full interview must be aired exactly as recorded without edits or selective omissions. Piers Morgan, in responding to the minister's demand, stated that, "You seem to be panicking, Foreign Minister. Rest assured, we will air your comments in full. The show is called Uncensored for a reason. Whether people believe what you said remains to be seen." Well, in response, Yusuf Tuga wrote, "I am as cool as a cucumber, Mr. Morgan, and if I wasn't more equable, I would say you are flattering yourself, but I wouldn't. Just want to make sure you don't edit out the parts where you kept referring to the Chibok boys. Well researched." Well, I look forward to this interview. As of now, the complete version of the interview has not been released on Piers Morgan Uncensored's official platform. But, you know, we got a response from the Foreign Ministry's office saying that Yusuf Tuga was actually responding to the guest who had called him a liar on set. So it wasn't like he felt uncomfortable. He was actually responding to the guest to make sure that Piers Morgan air the whole show. I mean, Piers Morgan said it's called Uncensored for a reason, so I highly doubt that he would, clip it out. But meanwhile, controversial Islamic cleric Sheikh Ahmad Gumi has accused some Christian groups in Nigeria's Middle Belt of staging fake mass killings to fabricate a genocide narrative. In a statement shared on his verified Facebook page, Gumi claimed that a doctor informed him that certain groups are burying empty coffins and recording the process as if real victims were killed to push the narrative of a Christian genocide. Gumi wrote on Facebook, "A doctor wrote me, do you know that some Middle Belt Christian groups are now staging fake mass killings? They are burying empty coffins and recording the process as if real victims were killed just to push the narrative of a Christian genocide. This is desperation at its peak, a disgrace, manipulating information just to provoke hatred and international sympathy." I mean, Gumi further described the genocide allegations as part of what he called a well-orchestrated plan to attack Sharia law and fuel Islamophobia. He urged President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to summon the U.S. ambassador and demand an official retraction of Trump's threat or consider severing diplomatic ties with the United States. However, Northern Can President John Hayab has dismissed Gumi's claims, accusing the cleric of lying and manipulation. Rufai, I mean, I'd like for you to tie in both stories. First, the comment from Yusuf Tuga, and also, I mean, this is a serious allegation made by Sheikh Ahmad Gumi.
Please, with due respect, I must have to beg. It's not that hard to tell the truth. There's Christian genocide. People like Sheikh Gumi, from saying that Muslims are being killed, Christians are being killed, now they are trying to deny the corpses of people that died. And
I have actually seen videos, Rufai, I'm sorry I'm interrupting you on this one, about the coffins. I have seen open coffins of entire family members, babies, all Christians, being buried.
It has now shown that it's a propaganda people are trying to play. Yeah. But you see, in life, you will be judged by what you did. And we should be careful. Gumi, in his propagandish nature, is now saying that these killings never happened, by saying that some of the coffins, or by saying that somebody sent him a message that some of the coffins are not what? That you don't have people in them. He's not going to deny the fact that we're going to say it again, and they might not like it. I don't want to be popular. I want to stand in justice at all times. There's Christian genocide in Nigeria, and please, let's find a way to solve it. Let's not do this propaganda. Let's not pit people against each other. And let's not deny the killings and the pains of Christians. We have to say things the way they are so that the government will solve this problem. The first approach the government took showed that they wanted to go the line of changing the narrative, which was wrong. Nobody's saying anything to spite anybody. We are speaking the truth so that we can get action.
Yes, absolutely.
And Gumi saying this is very bad and insightful.
Really insightful.
And I'm shocked that Gumi is saying this. Nobody's talking back at him.
Really?
Government is not saying anything. We are just looking.
All right.
It's not fair.
This is unfair, Dr. Bati, really unfair. I mean, I'd like to emphasize the point again that Professor Wole Soyinka made. You weren't here when we took the story where he talked about the fact that the people that are killing the Christians are Islamist extremists. They are not the regular Muslims, they are jihadists. And we have heard this over and over again. Unfortunately, I can't take your comment. I'd like to take this story so we can take, our milestone as well. But, we'll continue to follow up on the story, and, we would expect some more sympathy from the federal government of Nigeria regarding this very, very sensitive issue. We'll take another story now. Ezra Olubi, the co-founder and chief technology officer of Nigerian fintech company Paystack, has come under intense scrutiny on X after his ex-partner, Max Obaye, made allegations of emotional manipulation against the tech executive, claiming he faked his sexual orientation during their relationship. The allegations quickly gained traction online, leading to the resurfacing of Olubi's old tweets from 2009 to 2013, the posts, which contained inappropriate content, including jokes about pedophilia and misogynistic remarks, drew widespread condemnation across social media, leading to the tech billionaire deactivating his X account. In one of his tweets, he pointedly encouraged child rape, and he wrote on X, "On a lighter note, I hear sex with a minor cures HIV. So, my HIV followers, help yourselves. Your neighbor's daughter isn't looking bad today." We are also learning that Paystack has suspended Olubi for these allegations of sexual misconduct involving a subordinate. They have also reportedly opened a formal investigation. Paystack is one of Africa's most celebrated fintech success stories. It was acquired by Stripe for over $200 million in 2020. Olubi was honored with OON, I believe. I mean, we have celebrated the founders of Paystack. I mean, when we see tech executives in this sort of situation engaging in, commentaries or conversations like this, is really disheartening.
Well, as an ordinarily conservative person, in matters like this.
Yes.
When I read the Olubi files, they have Epstein files in the United States.
That's a good
Olubi files.
We have Olubi files in Nigeria. The kind of prurience, the kind of shocking, details of sexual perversion that I found in those tweets. I was shocked beyond words because the whole thing is about pedophilia, it's about sexual perversion, it's about, things that do not make sense. About the gentleman say you can cure HIV by sleeping with young girls, and not just young girls, those that are endowed, you know, things like having sexual experience with a cat, and then, you know, some details about a polycule community in Nigeria. A polycule community is where you have a polyamorous relationship, a kind of sexual evil commune, you know, where people just engage in all kinds of sexual behavior. There's a law in Nigeria called Same-Sex Prohibition Act of 2015. You know, which is an existing law. I'm not aware that that law has been enforced far enough. So all of this is just very embarrassing. It raises questions, one, about family. Where is the role of family in this case? Those children who belong to what they call polycule, who are their parents? Who are the members of their family? Number two is that, look, when you go on the internet never forgets. So because all of this was pulled out from the past tweets by the particular fellow. The third point, of course, is that the Paystack company, in order to defend its own integrity, has now suspended the fellow. I think this must be investigated, not just by the company, but also by the authorities, because we have laws. We have laws that frown against, you know, perversion. To go back to the Sheikh Gumi story, I think Sheikh Gumi is insensitive. What he has said is irresponsible. It amounts to dancing on the grave of persons who lost their beloved relatives. And I think that he should be called to order. He's in Turkey, we're told. He should be called to order by the Nigerian government. When he steps back into this country, he should be invited for questioning and warned not to incite violence, because no country can survive religious war. Whatever the issue is.
Absolutely. No country can survive religious war. Should we take our good news report?